Alright guys, remember this cardboard mess? Well, I turned that into this. Stick around because I'm showing you how I took my Prerunner's interior from cardboard to clean. Starting off the video, gonna work on the Prerunner again. I got some of the wiring buttoned up, so I got all of these lights wired, and then the two up on the A-pillars are wired. And then I've got the wire kind of running in a loom across, and then some drops down, goes to the back for the whips, and then the reverse lights are going to be tied in there, as well as the trans cooler. So that stuff's kind of buttoned up. I've got some wires sticking out down here. This is for the chase bar. That's got to get wired in, so I need to bring those wires into the cab, which is a mess right now. I've just got stuff stubbed in here, but I do have the seat and harness bolted in there. So that's kind of, I think it's going to stay in here for now. The only reason I would have to take it out is to get the carpet underneath it, but I think I'll have plenty of room, and I'm not going to put the other seat in yet. So I should have plenty of room to get the carpet run underneath it and get that all squared away. But today my hopes is, so there's some wiring in the back of this that it runs all the way along back here for whips, reverse lights down under here, those guys, and the trans cooler here. So there's some of that wiring that needs buttoned up, so hopefully I can get that knocked out today. And then after that, I'll put the other seat in here, but I'm not going to bolt it in, and then I'm going to start the center console. So I'll get the framework done. Hopefully I get that done today, and then my thought is I'll take the frame out, and then I'll finish the center console around, get all of the outside and the surround done, put that all together, and then in here I've got some of the, let's see, right here. So some of the foam mat. Alright, right here. So I got this foam mat, and it's the same stuff that comes on a wakeboard, but that's what the center console is going to be. So it's going to be that foam mat, and I'm going to wrap it along the center console, and then the dash, I gotta get it all kind of together, and then I'm going to put that on the dash as well. I think that should work out good. So we're going to do that. I've got, I don't know if you can see it up there. I got a sub. That's going to be built into the center console right in the back. So I'm pretty excited about that. That should be pretty sweet. One of the other wiring things that I did is the factory dome lights come on like that, and it's got those. But now I have a light under the mirror, and then that dome light there. So I was pretty pumped about it. It all works with the factory switch, on, off. So I was pretty excited to do that, have it on the factory switch. That being said, I changed one of my buttons here. This reverse one, it did have the dome sticker on it. I was going to do a dome light on that, but now I'm just going to have reverse lights on that, so I can turn them on at any time. I'm going to have it so that when I go into reverse, they come on, but I can also switch them on. If I'm just sitting there and it's dark and I need some light around the truck, everything should be able to be lit up. So that should light up these guys here, those guys, and then the chase bar has a reverse light as well. So there should be plenty of light around the truck that I can turn on and off. Maybe someday put like rock lights and stuff on it so that I can, if I ever got to work on something in the dark, even put a under the hood light somewhere, you know, mount it so that if I've ever got to do stuff and it's dark out, I can flip it on, have light right in there. Just little things like that someday. But yeah, the goal today, I'm going to button up some more wiring, get the chase light whips into the cab, start the framework, you know, get it figured out where the shifter's going to mount, all of that stuff, and then start working on wrapping it and making the actual center console, and then get it in here. So I'm gonna jump right into it, and I'll keep picking it up as I go, probably do some time lapses like normal, and we'll go from there. So I'll pick you up at the next stopping point, I guess. All right, guys, picking it back up here. I didn't do a time lapse of that stuff. It took a little while to do, and I just didn't. So what I got done is I got my wires for the chase bar run up. I've got them run up through here, and they'll go under the carpet over to the center console. I got the center console frame kind of mocked up. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. It's going to be, you know, this tall. It's going to slant in the back. I'm going to put the sub back here. But I think it'll be right, you know, right about there. It should work out all right, because that's just going to be the frame, and then there's going to be wood around it for the rest of it. But my thought is to take and drill through and rivet. Oh, camera cut out. Rivet it here and rivet it back there on that bar, and then it'll be in there. And then when I cut the actual panel, the wood, it'll kind of come right up to this. And same thing here. This should be 3/4 under here, because I'm going to use 3/4, so it should kind of butt right up in here. And it should be pretty nice and flush to the actual dash. So I'm pretty excited to get the structure of it done. Now I'll probably get some like cardboard templates or something of that sort to know where to cut. And then I'm thinking when I do this, I'm gonna have to put the top on last and put it on in the truck, because otherwise I'm not gonna have a way to get to the center to rivet it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. I'm gonna do some more figuring, see if I can screw with it some more, and figure out where the shifter is gonna mount in there. I'm gonna have to make some mounts somewhere on this actual structure here for the shifter, and then because I'm gonna have the shifter, I'm gonna have the radios gonna be in there, the CB radio. I'm gonna have my switch panel for the RLB. There's gonna be a separate switch for the chase light to change modes. It's separate from the RLB. And then I think that's about all. And then, you know, somewhere back here I'll have a door with a cubby hole to get in there for storage. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. And I'm gonna try and keep going on it, and I'll probably try and set up a time lapse now and see what I can do as far as figuring it out, and I will pick you guys up in a minute. Alright guys, I got quite a bit of the center console done. I'm in here using my CAD skills, you know, my Cardboard Aided Design, to make it come up flush with the dash. But I got it, the frame all built, shifters mounted in there, radials mounted in there, the switch panel for the RLB will sit somewhere in here on top. And I'm gonna run to the other side and do the same thing with the cardboard cutout here, and we'll get him, you know, about the same where it ends right here, and go all the way up with the cardboard. That should help me with how I need to cut it out. So I'm gonna keep doing that, and then I'll update you on the process of putting wood on the outside and actually finishing it. So we'll go from there. Alright guys, I am picking it up. I'm done for the night. I've got some cardboard cut out for the dash, so kind of slopes down. It's got a little bit of a goofy angle up top, but that's gonna kind of be what it looks like. Obviously, like I said, the RLB will sit, you know, somewhere right in here. But yeah, I'm gonna get to cutting this out in wood, get the sides all on. I've got a sub there that's gonna go in the back of that, and then I'll get the top cut, get everything cut out and ready, and then start putting it in the truck. But that's all I got for tonight. I'll pick it up another day when I'm working on the wood and get it all cut, and it should turn out real good. I'm pretty pumped about this. I had it sitting in the truck and it fits better than I expected. So I'm pretty pumped about it. But that's all I got for today, and I will pick it up, I don't know, probably tomorrow and keep working. So yeah, till tomorrow. Alright guys, back out here. It's the next day from when I originally filmed this. I'm going to start making the panels for the side and the top. I got my cardboard templates with the cutouts here. I'm going to start cutting it, see, you know, how I can make it fit nice. At some point here, I need to make a sub box for the back, which that one might be a little bit tricky to make back here, but I also forgot to grab the sub, so I don't really have a size for that. But I can at least get the sides and top made right now and go from there. But yeah, I'm gonna just kind of leave the camera right here, do a time lapse, try and cut it out, get it, I don't know, nice, and see how it goes. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it here and do a time lapse. Alright, so this is the next day again. Last night I got some wood put on there. I bolted stuff on there, and then I made a nice rounded edge. I don't know if you can tell, but I took a router and ran it along here, made a nice smooth rounded edge. And then I kind of tried to sand these guys a little bit, make it nice and smooth. But I need some of my other tools that aren't here, so that I'm going to put a piece sideways in here, and then right here is going to be that door that flips up. So I got to put a piece in there, and then I've got somewhere around here I've got hinges for it right here. I've got hinges for the door, and then I've got some latches that'll go on that as well. But yeah, I'm making progress slowly but surely. I've got to pick up some parts and some tools to finish this out, and then I've got to pick up like my sub and stuff so I can build the box on the back that bolts in there. But for right now, I think that's where I'm going to leave it until I get those parts picked up. I'll probably do that tomorrow and try and get it kind of all together, and then make my edit my video tomorrow night. But yeah, I am gonna try and get this all together and show you kind of a final product, and then we'll go from there. So I will pick you back up tomorrow. Alright guys, skipping right along here. I didn't time lapse this because it's kind of just a boring long process, but I've got the door cut in for the center console right here. And then I've got a hole cut for this latch. I've got to put a striker plate on this. The door closes and opens pretty nice. So it's coming together. I test fit it in the truck today, and this edge needs to come back a little bit. But other than that, it fit pretty good. I still gotta chop this off, and I'm gonna put the sub box there. I did grab the sub today so that I can build the box for the back, and I want that to slide in after the fact because right here and here it's actually gonna mount to the cage in the truck. But and then with this door, I should have plenty of room right here for my RLB, and then I'm gonna have another switch. And I don't know if that's going to go in here or if I'm going to have it kind of up on the dash. I'm not sure yet. I thought about just hiding it down there because it shouldn't be a switch I need very often. But yeah, that's kind of that for now. I'm going to get this this latch in next. I mean, everything's closed right now, but I will grab a striker plate. I'm thinking just a household one might work decent, but we'll see what works. But that's kind of where I'm at. That's my update. I'm gonna jump through to the next. This video is not gonna come out on Wednesday like normal, but I'm just gonna keep plugging away at this, get a whole bunch done, and then I'll update from there. But yeah, next is that latch, the sub box, and then I gotta trim that front piece back, and it should fit in there good, and then I'll probably install it after that. So pretty excited about that, but we will go from there. Just picking back up here another day. I got a lot done on this. I kind of got the back wall and bottom onto the sub box, and then this sub is going to, second here, it's gonna sit kind of just like so. It might overhang a little bit because it's a wee bit big, but that guy's gonna sit in there like that. I'm gonna make a plate here, put a plate in here, and then get it all sealed up good. But yeah, that's where the sub's gonna sit. I think I already showed, but I got this door in here, opens up, and then I'll be able to access everything in there. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, then I'll hide amps and everything in here. The RLB box is going to sit in here. You know, all that stuff will sit right in there. So I'm pretty excited about that. I will probably set up for time lapse, finish this up, and then later on today I'm going to go over there, kind of test fit it. I can't put it in yet because I forgot my carpet, so I gotta go grab that. but I'll get it in there, test fit it. I'm gonna put in the brackets in the back for another seat so that I don't have to be welding in there when I have the carpet in. So I'll get that stuff set up, and then I'll probably finish up the wiring. I mean, it'd be awesome if I can get the hole drilled for the shifter, get kind of everything set up so that this week I can get it kind of finished up. You know, get all this stuff in there, get the wrap on the center console, and kind of finish up a bunch of the interior stuff and make it go. We're coming up to May 1st here shortly. I won't have it out there that weekend. That weekend I'm going to be in Indianapolis, and I'll film that and put videos out. But I'm going down there for the Burnout Rivals event, and then the, what is it, Indy 800 or whatever. So that'll be pretty cool. I'll film that and put that out. So pretty excited about that. But yeah, I'm going to jump right into making this, the last couple parts of the sub box. And then I'll jump over and test fit it and make sure everything fits good, and we'll go from there. But I will set you up to finish this. So. Alright, so I got my plate built for the sub. That's there. Sub fits in there nice. I stained this, so the back here I'm going to leave open. And then the sides and everything are going to get wrapped with that. So I wasn't so worried about having screw holes and stuff, top, sides, because all of that's going to get covered up. But I went ahead, I stained that, I got that all made. I got to seal it all up good. And then I went over all of the wood inside and all over the outside with sanding sealer, just to try and keep it good, keep any moisture out of it or anything. I mean, there shouldn't be any moisture, but you never know. So I went over all of it with a sanding sealer to try and seal the wood good, and then I'll wrap it with that stuff. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. I got the sub to fit in the back, so I think that's going to turn out pretty sweet. But I think now I'm going to probably jump over to Zach's and work on, I got some wiring, and like the trans cooler needs mounted. And then I can get the those brackets for the back seat in, because I just decided last night that I do want to do those before I put the carpet in, just so that when I get the seat in, it can just be bolted right to the bracket. So yep, that's what we're going with for now. And yeah, I'll jump over to Zach's and pick you up there. Yeah, so the center console is just about done. I went over to Zach's the other night, and I got the carpet in, I got the sound deadening in. The center console is in, mocked up, and then I put the other seat in just to make sure everything fit. It all fits good. I'm very happy with it. Next step, I'm going to mount the amps for the sub and the speakers, and then I'm going to mount the relay box for the RLB. And after that, it's going to be wrapping the center console and putting it in for good, finishing up the wiring, And then I got all of the stuff for the transcooler mounts, I got bolts and mounts made for the transcooler, and then I got all of the stuff for the lines for the transcooler. So that just came in today. Also, some more stuff that came in today. I got this rivet nut kit, and I'm actually working on the Nova currently. This won't be in this video, but probably the next one. I got a transmission crossbar that's pre-made. That's the factory one, and it just won't work out. So I'm gonna put that. It's got those flanges on there that I can just weld on the end and rivet nut to the frame. I got the transmission sitting in there on the transmission jack, but we'll get that guy in there so that the mounting and everything for the trans and the motor is all done. But then next video, hopefully I can jump back to Zach's, get that knocked out so that I can I'm hoping next video is going to be a test drive and see what it'll do. I got plans for a track as well. I've got some property that I can put a track on, so I think here in the next coming month or two we're going to be building a track out there for the pre-runners. I think Zach's going to help me with that, and we'll hopefully get a pretty sweet track. I've got it kind of planned out. There's a big spot where I can do a berm and some, hopefully a jump, maybe some whoops. I don't know. Just kind of put it together and see what happens. But I've got some property for that, so that will be coming shortly. But yeah, next video I think is going to be the test run. I know I talked about previously, like way back, that I was going to Indianapolis with the burnout van. Unfortunately, I just ran out of time to do it. So it's not going to make it to Indy. I'm hoping that I can have it ready for the event in Berlin, Michigan. That's at the end of the summer, so hopefully I can have something put together for that. But also I kind of want to enjoy the pre-runner a little bit, and I also want to work on the Nova and get this so I can take her down the strip. So I've got 2 other projects that'll probably take priority over the burnout van for now. So we'll see if I make it out this season with that or not. That I'm unsure of. But yeah, for now, that's all I got. Next video should be pretty packed with the pre-runner and hopefully a test drive. And then, yeah, it's going to be, next video will be that. The following video, I'll be in Indy, so I'm going to post a couple videos that weekend probably. And then the following weekend after that, I think it's going to be a dune trip with the truck. So first one, test it out, see what happens, see what I like and don't like, and hopefully not break anything, but we'll see, fingers crossed. But yeah, that's all I got for today, and if you liked it, go ahead and like, subscribe, leave me a comment, see what you think, and we'll see you on the next one.